Go ahead.
This was the first time we had ever been to this spot, and as a lot of you probably know, when you first look at a piece of property, is it not? It makes it pretty tough to know where to set up, where things are going to come from, and how it's going to go. So our first setup was actually right where these coyotes came in. We started the standoff with some MFK hello howls, and the woods just come alive behind us with howls about 75 yards right behind us, in a thicket. But we was so close to the thicket that there was no way that we would have seen them before they saw us. So we decided to move. We quickly walked about 100 yards further into the middle of the pasture, and I swapped over to some MFK bump and grind to coax them in just a little bit, and we just waited for the MFK sounds to do what they do, and they came running. What I didn't get on video, though, is when I was scanning with the Axion, the first time I saw the group pop up over the hill, there was about 10 of them. I mean, it happened so quick I didn't get an exact count, but somewhere around 10 of them. And in the process from switching from my scanner to the scope and trying to press record and all, I slid off of the steep bank that we was standing on, and I just never could get my footing back. That's why the video's so shaky and the audio is just trash. But also not shown is the third coyote that came to check on her buddies. And, you know, being the equal rights activist that I am, I treated her the same way, and she got a hole punched in her too. So there's a lot of things learned on this stand, a lot of things we would have done differently and will do differently next time. But all in all, it was a pretty good stand, and as you can see, it turned out well for us. Now, before we get into this stand, I will say there weren't any shots taken. Unfortunately, the people in the rental house on the farmer's property, which is shown in the picture, they let their dog out at just the wrong time, but it was some good video of the coyote vocalization and just their mannerisms. The two in the first part of the video howled back at us, and they popped up over out of the little draw on the hill to check it out. And if you listen close, you can hear the other three off to the right join in the howling. The group of three closed about 600 yards to come up and run off the two that were on the hill. And as they got into the woods, out came the renters and the dog to check out the commotion. These coyotes just did not want to commit, no matter how many sounds we threw their way. The wind was perfectly in our favor, straight in our face, and they didn't have a good way to get downwind of us on this particular property. But the farmer that owned the property, he had asked us if he could tag along on this stand, and we were glad to oblige. And we actually put him on my dad's gun and was letting him shoot also. And my dad was helping scan with the Axion for a group that we had heard off to our right. And so we needed these coyotes to come in about another 100 yards for the farmer to feel comfortable with a shot. And we finally got them to break the distance with some Fox Pro Nutty Nut Pup before they stopped again.
Here they come. All right, I got the one on the left. You got the one on the right, okay? $200. I'm good if you are. Count it down, Dad.
3, 2.
Woo! Woo!
Shoot
Woo!
it. You got a shot.
Woo! Woo!
Use the right bullet. Pull a little high.
If you look just above and to the left of the crosshair on the picture-in-picture, you can see the blood spray on the ground. So I believe the shot connected, but unfortunately the shot was a little farther back than I would have liked, and the coyote wasn't recovered. We do believe the farmer missed, but it happens to the best of us, and especially when you're on a new gun you're not used to, and with the first time on a thermal. He got a great running follow-up shot off, but it was just below the coyote. I also forgot to mention when the video started, this was after 2 days of rain, and it was 100% humidity, so the image quality isn't amazing.